What's up, you guys? My name is Ariana and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's video is sponsored by Wet Kiss. They sent me over a 24-inch curly wave 13x4 HD lace front wig. That was a lot. So here's everything that came in the box. The little melt band, the edge brush, the HD wig caps, as well as some lashes. I'm going to use the lashes on one of my wig mannequins because these way too big for me. They also sent a bag that I can put my wig in when I'm done. Here's the specs on the wig. And yeah, also I'm not going to be doing a bald cap method in this video because I don't like, nope. As y'all see, it already comes with bleached knots and they're already toned, and it already comes like almost pre-styled. It's already kind of in the middle part. If y'all are returning subscribers to my channel, then y'all already know I always start by washing my units. It don't matter if it's bundles, tape-ins, a wig. I wash the hair for two reasons. One, depending on if the hair has a smell or not, you want to get rid of that because we trying to be baddies over here. Like, you can't be smelling like factory. That's not cute at all, babe. Also, the other thing too, with any texture of hair, if you don't wash it first, you're not going to be able to see the true nature of the hair, and it's not going to give the way that you think it's going to give because it has all the additional product and all that extra stuff on it. So, what I used to wash the wig, that blue stuff that y'all saw, is nothing more than Dawn dish soap. I did also wash the hair with shampoo. I don't know why I didn't include that clip, but I like using Dawn dish soap because it strips the hair of everything, and it's great. Now, I will say with this unit, nothing crazy came out of the wig because I've washed, some of my clients' wigs before if they did not purchase from arianalyf.com. Sometimes their wigs will have like a brown, I don't know, whatever, whenever I'm rinsing the wig out, it's like brown comes out of it. So I don't know what that's about. Side note, I know y'all saw shimmer lights on there. Don't get it confused with the shimmer light shampoo that you're supposed to like tone your knots with. I was at Sally's and they had like a $40, it was like 4 for $40 or 4 for $20 type of deal or whatever. And I was like, oh, let's get this. Girl, I ain't pay attention and I ended up buying shimmer lights conditioner instead of shampoo. So I kind of took the L on that. But anyway, I like shimmer lights because it smells really, really, really good. So I guess it wasn't an L in hindsight because now my wig's gonna smell really good. So love that for me. The wig only had a little bit of shedding. That's like the only negative that I will say. It wasn't a lot, but it was slightly annoying after a couple days. For this go around, I decided to do a big fluffy curly hair routine on this unit just because I wanted to play around with my hairstyling techniques a little bit. I love the wig in its natural state, but I wanted to kind of make the curls a bit more uniform. I wanted to clump them together, but I didn't want the curls to be hard or crunchy because I didn't want to do a wet look. I wanted to do like big fluffy curls. So to do that, here's the tutorial. Make sure that the wig is freshly washed. Make sure that it's wet when you are applying the mousse to it. And make sure that you're generous with the mousse. Like, there's no such thing as too much mousse. And then you want to take your Denman brush. I found this trick on TikTok. I don't really remember the creator who I first saw do it, because I was like, y'all, I got to figure out how to do these defined curls trick with the Denman brush. So here it is. You take the Denman brush, make sure the hair is all smooth, and then y'all see I'm turning my wrist over 180 degrees. And y'all, just look at how it clumps the hair together. It gives like all different types of curly wig. I don't know, bro. It's great. It makes all the curls like clump together. So it doesn't matter if you're working with curly wave, deep wave, any other texture wave type of wig, or if your natural hair is like I would say anywhere from 2A down to 3C, maybe 4A, depending on your feel or actual like texture of hair, not the curl pattern. If your hair is like fine or whatever and curly, I feel like this will work very, very well. If your hair is medium or coarse, I ain't gonna lie, babe, you and my crew, we're gonna have to use some gel on our natural hair. But yeah, this trick is actually very easy. So once the Denman brush is all the way through the hair, you just want to gently shake the curls out a little bit to get them to naturally separate where they want to. And then after that, you don't want to disturb the curls at all until they are dry. So these clips was the night before I installed the wig. I left it overnight to dry, and it was mostly dry for the most part. I just had to go back through and blow dry the roots the next morning, as you guys see on camera. Usually I would dry the hair on medium heat, but y'all, I had to hit the road. Like, I literally woke up, I think at 4 in the morning, put my makeup on so I could film this video, and then I had to slap the wig on so we could be on the road by 8. So the wig was mostly dry. Like, I think I finished styling the wig maybe at like 10 or 11, and then I was up at 4. So I'll say it take about 6 hours to dry. Now what I'm doing here is just prepping the hairline to make sure all of the, little flyaways are out of the way before I do the actual install. Because one thing I hate is doing a really, really, really messy install. I don't like it. Normally, you're supposed to do a braid down for a wig install where you do like 10 or 12 braids depending on the density of your hair. But these days, one, with the amount of clients that I have, baby, I barely have time to sleep at this point. So I'm not about to be braiding my hair down and no ma'am. And on top of that, I switched my hair up so much because I'm heavy in the gym. So I can't leave my hair braided for like, a month or 2 months, like, some other girls that I see online doing that. On top of that, my hair texture, I would honestly consider it kind of weird. It's very fine around the perimeter, and then the inside of my hair, like my crown, is very coarse. So it's weird, like, because I can't wear like cornrows or braids or twists or any of that around the perimeter of my hair for longer than 2 weeks without it looking really, really, really old, because my hair is very soft. So the braids don't last. So it ain't no point in doing all that. So these days, I just wear my hair blown out. And if I'm going to do a wig install, I'll just put 2 plaits in it like y'all see. And then I'll bobby pin them. And it kind of works out. Unless I'm trying to do like a middle part bust down with straight hair. Then I got to braid it. On to the wig install. Step 1, get a hard hold hairspray if your flyaways are very, unruly. And make sure you brush your hair back as straight as possible. That way you can avoid getting glue on your hair by any means necessary. Because, baby, when I tell you it is so annoying trying to get wig glue out of your hair, Now I'm putting rubbing alcohol on a rag. I prefer using a rag over a paper towel just because, I feel like with paper towels, you got to run through a bunch of them with doing a wig install. But with one rag, it's like you can kind of spare your paper towels. I'm using Ruby Kisses number 9 to tint the inside of my lace. Also, I'm not doing the bald cap method. I don't know if I said that earlier, but as of late, if I'm wearing a black wig, because my natural hair is black, I don't have to do a bald cap method, in my opinion. Now, if I'm going to do a wig that's a different color than my hair, then I would want to make the underneath part kind of match a little better. I'm using zigzag scissors to cut the lace off. I learned this tip from I Am Hair Physician, or Mitch, if y'all watch him. I know I said I'm not doing the bald cap method. Don't get it confused, because I'm still not doing the bald cap method. I'm really just doing this in case my bobby pins come out and one of my braids get to flapping in the wind. That's just an extra security measure for me, because, baby, if you ever had your braid sticking out in the back of your wig, child, too embarrassing. So yeah, after the lace tinting and cutting it off with the zigzag scissors, this is what the hairline is giving. I didn't pluck it. I didn't tone it. I didn't bleach it. I didn't do none of that. This is literally how the wig comes. I think it's great. I have no complaints at all. If y'all are like returning watchers or subscribers of my channel, I have been obsessing for the past, I would say probably 2 years now, with getting my wig installs top tier, no baby hairs, just super natural looking. And I think I'm doing pretty well. It's been a long time coming. I used to struggle a lot with lace tinting, and due to my trauma or PTSD from messing up so many wig installs, I still don't feel like I'm good at lace tinting, because a lot of times it doesn't give exactly what I want it to give. I feel like I'm to the point where I can do a pretty decent install on myself, but because I'm a licensed cosmetologist who gets clients for wig installs or closures, I get clients of all different shade ranges. And with the small town that I live in, the hair store don't be having all the shades of the cream foundation. And then I try to go on Amazon, and Amazon be out of stock. So it's like, the stress. But Thank God at this point I have Ruby Kisses Cream Foundation in the shades 1 through 4, and I also have shades 9 through 16 at this point. So I need to get the shades that's in the middle, but luckily I haven't had like a nightmare of an install on a client in a while, so I feel like my confidence is going up. Now, if anybody is interested in the products that I'm using, sorry y'all, I will not be promoting those for this video just because there's been controversy with the brand as of late. And normally I don't get into, the drama of social media, but this story I actually kind of kept up with a little bit. And I don't like it when brands try to play in black women's faces by saying like, "Oh, we're inclusive, we're this, we're that." And really it's like a token black girl type of situation, and the minute that she steps a toe out of line or says something or just does something that the brand doesn't like, then her livelihood is just just cut off at the head. And it's like, but your audience or your consumers is mostly black girls who buy lace glue, so you kind of put your foot in your mouth. So I'm not promoting this brand at all. I don't like stuff like that. So trust me, once all these products run out, I will be running to Erica J and those alike. Cause no ma'am. Now I also didn't give a tip on like cutting the ear tabs out. I'm still trying to get good at that. What I will say though, make sure that you don't pull the lace down with trying to like cut the ear tabs out, because what you're going to end up doing is making the lace too short across from ear to ear, and then that's going to cause rippling once you do the meltdown with the wig band. Don't do that. Just make sure that the lace is laying where it naturally wants to fall. You can kind of like hold it in place, but don't pull it, because you're literally going to have like a crinkly forehead, and that's not cute. Also, I did 2 or 3 layers because I wanted this wig to stay on for at least 4 days. Normally, I struggle with leaving wigs on because my skin is sensitive, but then again, I don't be using skin protectant or a bald cap, so I can't even really complain. But with me working out a lot and just, like I said, I switch my hair up a lot. Like, I'd be irritated with the wig being on my face for more than like 2 days. But this time I tried to challenge myself with leaving it on for 4, because I wanted to see how the wig would actually last and wear in different environments, different weather, all that stuff. And it did pretty good. I will say I was outside one day and the glue got like gummy. If you're a wig wearer, you know what I'm talking about. Like once you sweat your wig off and then you try to like remelt it back down, it don't give like it's a fresh install. So other than that, the hair itself was actually fine. Like I didn't lose too much hair, but because it is a curly unit and the knots on the frontal is small, you do need to expect a certain amount of shedding. And don't blame the brand because the wig is great. I'm cleaning up my hairline, and if y'all notice, I have not put the melt band on it yet, and I blow dried it, and I made sure that the glue was clear before I put the lace down. All of those steps are highly important. I learned this tip from E. Kane just by watching all her videos and studying how she puts her wigs on. She was saying don't put the wig band on and tie it down until your glue is dry and until any hairspray or spritz that you used is dry, because what will happen is you're going to end up gluing the wig to the melt band instead of the wig melting into your skin because it's still sticky. So if anybody's struggling with doing their wigs, that's a little gem for you. You're welcome. Next gem is on the screen right now. If you are wearing a middle part, it doesn't matter what texture of hair you're working with, in my opinion. It's important that you part the hair that's at the back of the frontal, like right before where the tracks are at in the back of the wig. It's important that you hot comb that hair straight to the back, and then you can hot comb the hair down on each side. I just think it kind of looks a little bit better, because like if somebody's looking at the top of your head, it's gonna be like a T shape versus you just kind of, hot combing your hair down to the sides, and then you kind of hot comb the hair around the back just in like a, I don't know, like a angled type of direction. Just hot comb the hair straight to the back. To me, it eats a lot better and the wig is a lot flatter usually. I'm adding hairspray just to mold my sides the way that I want them. I kind of like my hair to be like pushed back out of my face a little bit and then down to the sides. I'm also a no baby hair type of girl. I just think it looks way better personally. I love how baby hairs look with certain installs, but at the same time, if the baby hairs are like standard across the board baby hairs that every wig wearer gets, then it's like a dead giveaway that it's a wig. And it's a no for me, babe. It's always been a no for me. I don't like that. What I'm using now is Proclaim Shine and Gloss. You can get this at Sally's, or you can use any other glossing spray. I haven't tried Oil Sheen, but I'm pretty sure it would do about the same thing. What it does is it adds a little bit of weight to your hair, which will prevent your hair from being super frizzy. Because don't get it twisted. Because the title is Big Fluffy Curly Hair Routine, um, the hair, like the curls, are not going to be hard at all. So you're going to need something to kind of prevent frizz, and spritz or biosilk or any type of hair serum that is kind of lightweight is going to be absolutely perfect to prolong your style. What I'm doing right now is trying to color match my parts. And again, like I told y'all, I'm missing all the shades in the middle. So I was kind of nervous. This is Ruby Kiss's Cream Foundation number 4. Um, Child, I was nervous. I was like, child, my scalp gonna look white. But it actually worked out pretty good. So love that for me. If you are somebody who is like studying me to get your own wig installs better, I use Ruby Kiss's shade number 9 cream foundation to tint underneath the lace before I put the wig on. And I also use that same color across my hairline once I'm done melting it. And I use Ruby Kiss's shade number 4 for my part. And then right there where the part meets the hairline, I just kind of blend number 4 and number 9 together until it matches. And then I put my little hairspray or spritz on, blow dry it, and then put the melt band on one more time, usually. And we good to go. And honestly, I don't even really tie the wig band super duper tight anymore either. Because what I learned is less is more. Like, you really don't have to tie it down to where you have a headache and all that extra. It's really not that deep. Because if you did all of the previous steps right, your wig should be melted in, I would say, 5 to 10 minutes. And it doesn't even really have to be like super tight of like a, a tie down. It really don't have to be that tight. Again, right now I'm just kind of perfecting my wig, making the hairline look how I want it to, vibing out to Lucky Day and Victoria Monet. Yeah, right here I'm doing like this little trick that I learned from LaRasia Andrea probably a couple years ago. You see how I'm pushing my hair back with the hot comb, and then I'm holding the front edges down while I push the hair down to the sides. I just like how that looks. Again, I know I'm a licensed professional, but I don't feel like I'm like mastered at wigs at all yet. I'm still just playing around and trying to be better each and every day. That way, eventually I can become a celebrity stylist and, be around the likes of Nicki. Hey, maybe Beyonce. Let's be a little ambitious. Just to see if I can like make a wig for her or something. I would be grateful for that. What I'm doing now is I'm putting the hard hold hairspray on my edges. Again, not promoting the product. I'm doing this just to keep the little swoop thing that I made, just to kind of keep it in place and to keep those hairs stuck together. Because I hate it when the front of my wig is like laid and it's nice, and then I have one little piece that doesn't want to lay in uniform with everything else. I was putting spritz at the root of my wig because spritz also helps if the hairspray is not enough to hold the hair down. I'm just going back through and adding biosilk this time to the curls because I noticed they were just a little bit frizzy and I didn't like that. I also went back through with the hot comb to flatten the wig overall because it was eating, but because I didn't do the braid down, I felt like the wig was a bit bulky. So I just went back through and hot combed my roots to kind of help the wig be a little bit flatter. In hindsight, I probably should have done a braid down, but the reality is that I ain't got time for that. And I'm not going to change, at least for now, because Now, if I decide I'm going to wear wigs for like a month straight, then I probably will do a decent braid down. That way I can just, take the wig off, put the next one on, call it a day. But yeah, here is the finished results. It was beautiful, y'all. I love this wig. As y'all see, the hairline eats. The big, fluffy, effortless curls are amazing. I feel like this routine will work on anybody, whether you're wearing a wig or whether you're doing your natural hair. Again, specifically if your hair is, I would say, medium to fine, this would work great. If you're watching this tutorial and you have a more coarse curl or texture and your curl pattern is anywhere from 2A to, I would probably say, I don't know. I feel like a 4C girl could try it, but anybody in the type 4 category is going to need some sort of gel to hold it if their hair is medium or coarse. I also need y'all to understand there is a difference between curl pattern and texture. Two different things. If y'all want me to do a specific video on that where I include some of my clients to show y'all the difference between curl pattern and texture, let me know. Because again, I love doing hair. I'm a hair nerd. I don't know. I might do that as like exclusive content. Probably put it on my Instagram, like on a subscriber thingy. I don't know, y'all. Let me know. I'm also about to be selling hair tutorials very soon. So, love y'all. See y'all in the next video. Bye.